Humans are creatures of both necessity and longing. More often than not, it's the longing that drives us. At first glance, the distinction between needs, the essentials we must have to survive, and desires, our aspirational wants, seems obvious. Yet in practice, desires frequently overshadow needs, not only in individual behavior, but in the very way we structure our lives. We chase the next upgrade, relationship, or status symbol long after our basic needs are met. Why? From an evolutionary standpoint, a system that only stops when needs are satisfied wouldn't propel our species forward. Once basic survival is secured, the same neural circuits that light up when we find food or shelter continue to respond to novelty and potential social gains, what we call desires. This hedonic treadmill ensures that we don't simply rest at safety, but keep innovating, exploring, and forming ever more complex social bonds. In this light, desire is the engine of human creativity and cultural advancement. Psychology shows that after achieving a desired outcome, getting a raise, buying a nicer car, or moving into a new home, our baseline level of satisfaction quickly resets. We adapt. What once felt like a luxury becomes the new normal, and so we set our sights higher still. This treadmill effect means that desires never truly go away. They merely morph into new targets. Meanwhile, urgent needs, nutrition, sleep, safety, either become background constants or get neglected altogether as our attention shifts to these ever-elusive wants. Abraham Maslow famously proposed that human motivations form a pyramid. At the base lie physiological needs, food, water, shelter, then safety, love and belonging, esteem, and finally, self-actualization at the peak. The model suggests we satisfy lower-level needs before moving upward. In reality, however, the hierarchy often behaves less like a strict ladder and more like an interwoven web. People with unstable housing may still pour resources into social status or creative pursuits. High achievers might forgo sleep or relationships in the name of self-actualization. Herein lies the paradox. We frequently chase esteem and self-expression even when our security or belonging is threatened. Part of this stems from misperceiving our desires as needs. In a consumer society, marketing convinces us that the latest phone or wardrobe upgrade is essential to our social acceptance, and thus our emotional survival. At the same time, social media amplifies visibility into other successes, making us feel deficient unless we too are moving up. In effect, the pyramid tips on its side. Higher-level desires pull us away from lower-level stability rather than building on it. Reclaiming balance. Recognizing this dynamic is the first step toward balance. If we view desires not as necessities, but as signposts, clues to our values rather than requirements for happiness, we can choose more deliberately which longings to pursue. We can also reinforce the foundations of Maslow's model by ensuring that basic needs and safety nets remain solid, freeing our energy to channel creativity and self-expression without the chronic anxiety of deficiency. Ultimately, the tension between needs and desires is not a flaw, but a feature of human nature. Our restless striving has driven every leap in art, science, and society. The key is to keep the balance. Tend first to our roots, then let our aspirations blossom from a grounded, sustainable base, so that our desires enrich life rather than deplete it.